Well, hello everybody, it's Ronnie with Whip and Chain. Recently we've had a lot of people watching my very old video for doing the spiderweb blanket. And even though I did the live video, there still seems to be some people struggling. So this video is going to be long and it might be a little boring for some people, but the cool thing is on the videos, if you need to, you can fast forward. But I'm going to go through this from beginning to the repeat, so it's going to be long and detailed, and this way this should answer everybody's question, and hopefully Maggie can attach this to the original, because I'm doing this one in white. I'm gonna actually just continue the blanket and make a white one, so that's what I'm gonna do. So anyway, I am using just my favorite Hobby Lobby yarn, and I'm using a 5mm crochet hook, but if I have a 6 floating, I probably would rather a 6, or even, you know what, I'm gonna go for a 5.5 since I don't know where my 6s are that fast. Here's my favorite hook, 5.5 right here. All right, so you can start this two ways. You can start this with a magic ring, which I love doing, or you can start it with a chain 4. It's totally up to you. If you do the chain 4, just slip stitch to the first stitch and then chain up 3. If you start with the magic ring, you already have 1 chain, so you need 2 more chains. Oh, my thing is dirty. All right, anyway, that doesn't matter. Chain 2 more. Yep, it bothered me. Anyway, so you got your chain 3. Now we need to do 11 more double crochets in the circle or in your ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then there's my chain 3, so I'm going to slip stitch to my chain 3. I'm going to pull my ring closed. Okay, so it's 12 double crochets. Now it's really important for you to know that you need to make sure your count's right on here, because it'll throw the whole blanket off if it's not. Okay, so now I want you to chain 3 again. 1, 2, and 3. And where you joined, where you slip stitched, go right back in there and do another double crochet. So in each stitch now, going all the way around, I need you to put in 2 double crochets in every single stitch. And when you come around, you will have 24 double crochets. So again, it's just 2 double crochets in every stitch, going all the way around. And then when you come around, I won't join it. I'm going to do my double crochets, and then I'll show you what to do next. So it's 2 double crochets in every single stitch. Like I said, I'm planning on not cutting to do things off camera, because I want people to see what's going on. So again, it's 2 double crochets in every stitch all the way around. You'll have 24 stitches. Okay, 24 stitches around. Make sure you don't think this is an extra stitch, so please double and triple check your count of 24 stitches. All right, and then you just slip stitch to your first stitch. Okay. Now this is round 3. I want you to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this chain 5 will count as a double crochet and a chain 2. And then you go back in that same stitch and you do another double crochet. We're making V stitches. You skip a stitch, you go to the very next stitch, you go in there, you do a double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet back in that same stitch. You skip a stitch, you go to the next one, you do it again. Double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Skip a stitch, go to your next one, you do a double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet. Let's do one more. Skip a stitch, go to your next one, you do a double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet. And I'll meet you around, okay? Okay. Here I came around. Make sure you count your V's and that you have 12 of them. Very, very, very important. Okay? So once you come around, you slip stitch to the 3rd chain up. Okay. So now I'm going to slip stitch to the chain 2 openings. Okay. I want you to chain 1, and in each one of these V's, you're going to put in 3 double crochets. I mean, not double, 3 single crochets, chain 2, and 3 single crochets. Then you find your next V right here, and you go right over to that, and you do 3 single crochets. I keep wanting to do double crochets. You chain 2, and then 3 single crochets. Go to your next V, put in 3 single crochets, chain 2, 3 single crochets. Go to your next V, 3 single crochets, chain 2, and 3 single crochets. And I want you to do that all the way around. It's just in the V's. You do 3 single crochets, chain 2, and 3 single crochets. All right, I'll meet you around. Okay, coming around, then I'm going to slip stitch to the first single crochet. And again, count your points: 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Make sure you have your 12 points. Okay. Oh, my dogs are here. I apologize for the barking. Hold on. My protectors. Okay. Round 5. Now this is where I would suggest, where did I put my, you cut off here, because you don't want to slip stitch in it to be totally noticeable, because we're going to be working in the points right now. Okay. So pick any point you want and a chain 2. Okay. Slip on. Now we're gonna chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Do another 2 double crochets. The chain 3 is 1. This is 2 and 3. Then you chain 2. You put in 3. Whoops, was I off camera? Then you do 3 more double crochets. So in each point, it's going to be 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. It's the only time you're going to do it this way, this round. And then what you do is you just skip to your next point. You go into your next point. Make sure you're going in the center. And again, you'll do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. Need to hold it like this so I can make sure I'm getting into the points properly. Then you skip to your next point. You go into that chain 2. One, 2, 3, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. So in each chain 2, you'll do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and I'll meet you around. Okay, when you come around, look how pretty. But count again: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I like counting to make sure. Then you slip stitch to the top of that chain 3. If your points are off, you want to know sooner than later. All right. Now we're going to do row 6. All right. Before we get started, you want to slip stitch to the next stitch. Okay. Chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And you double crochet up. But you only have 1 more stitch, so this one's only 2 double crochets. All right. This point is going to be double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. So it's double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. Then we're going to go down the hill. So double crochet in the next chain, double crochet in the next one. Now when you're in the valley, you never want to double crochet in the stitch right before the valley or the stitch right next to it. So you're skipping 2. So after you skip your 2, then you work back up. Double crochet, double crochet. Then you're in the point, and again this round is 1 double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet. And then we'll go back down again, which it should be same on every one. So it's double crochet, double crochet. You skip the stitch before the valley and after the valley, so you skip 2 stitches and you go back up. In the point, we do 1 double crochet, chain 2, and 1 double crochet. Let's do one more together. And go back down the valley, go down the hill, double crochet, double crochet, skip the one before, skip the one after, and you go back up. And in the point, you do 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet, and I'll meet you around. Okay, when you come around, this is what she should look like. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then you slip stitch to the top of your chain 3. All right. All right. Next round is round 7. You're going to slip stitch to the next stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and you're done a double crochet in the next stitch. Now this round, the points are going to be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. The round that we just did is 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet. They're going to keep rotating. So one round you'll do 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet. The next round you will do 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. It's going to constantly be repeating 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Even with the single crochet rows in there, it will always repeat. So if you did 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet, the next round of those that you do will be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. All right, very important for you to know. And I over here keep notes. All right, I did a round, even though you can go down and check. I do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so it's 2 double crochet in the point, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. Remember, that will always repeat the rest of this blanket. And then you go down the hill, double crochet, double crochet. And on the double crochet rows, it's always, always, always you skip the stitch before the valley and the stitch after the valley. So you're always skipping 2 stitches. And there's an exception, but when you're, I'll show you, but for these you will do skip 1 and 1. When you're coming off the single crochet row, it's different. But when you're doing double crochet row on top of double crochet row, you'll skip 1 and 1. Okay, so skip 1 and 1, and then you go back up the hill. I know it feels like there's a lot to remember, but once you get rolling, it's really not that bad. So then again in the peak, it's 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. And then you go down the hill. You skip your 2 and go back up. And in the peak, it's 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. And the reason for the alternating is so this project lays flat for you. It's very important to know that. Then you go down. You skip your 2 and go back up. And that's all you do for this row. We're on row 7, and I'll see you at the end. Okay. When you come around, before you join, make sure you're skipping those 2 in the valley. That's really important. Then you chain, slip stitch to the top of your chain 3. Okay. So I'm gonna cut. Then start. Find a dip, your 2, right after your 2. Slip your hook in and reattach your yarn. This is easier than the slip stitches all the way to your next spot. It just doesn't look as nice. Chain 1. There we go. And then you're done a single crochet up to the point. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. And then the point here, you want to do 3 single crochet, chain 2, 3 single crochet. And 3. And then you single crochet down. Make sure you're catching every stitch. 2 and 3. Remember, you skip your 2 in your valley and go back over the next one and single crochet back up. 1, 2, 3. And then you do 3 single crochets in the peak, chain 2, 3 single crochets. Then you go back down. Make sure your counts are always the same, going up and down the hills. You skip your 2 in the valley. And you go back up. I'm just crocheting over a tail, that's all. And then when you're at your point again, 3 single crochets, chain 2, 3 single crochets, and I'll meet you around. Okay. Doing these single crochet rows, you do them every 3rd row, and it gives them their crispness, if I can say that right. So then you just slip stitch to your first single crochet. All right. Now I'm going to show you how to do the next row after this. I think that's where all this confusion doing this spiderweb blanket really fell into place with everybody. Everybody got confused. So when you do your next row after single crochet, in the dips, you know how in every other row you'll skip 1 and 1. In these dips, you're going to skip 2 and 2. I'm going to do the next row with you so we can do this together. Okay. So we got to find our points. Okay. And then the other thing that you do is you slip stitch once and you slip stitch twice. Okay. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and we're done double crochet all the way up. So double crochet, double crochet, and double crochet. Now in the points, the last time we did the points, we did 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So now we're going to do 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet. And also you need to count your rows of 3. So this will be row 1. So we do 3 rows of double crochet and then you do a single crochet row. So all that stuff's important, but that's your repeat. So let's do the point. I said the point is 1 double crochet, chain 2, and 1 double crochet. And then we go down the hill. Okay. One, two, 3, and 4. And then in the valleys, remember you skip 2 stitches going down, 2 stitches going up. Go ahead, Minna. There you go. And then you double crochet going up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the only time you skip 2 and 2 is after you're coming off of a single crochet row. And then in the point this round is double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. So let's go down again. One, 2, 3, and 4. You skip 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. And then you go back up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And in the point, it's double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Then we go back down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Skip 2, skip 2, go back up. And 4. Make sure your counts are on. In this round, it's 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet. I'm going to do one more valley with you. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Skip 2, skip 2, and you work your way back up. All right, I will see you at the end of this round. Okay, I've come around, and before you hook, make sure you skip your 2 going down and your 2 going back up, and you slip stitch to the top of that chain 3. And what I do is I mark that I did a row of 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet, and I mark that I did 1 row of 3 before I do the single crochets again. Really important that you guys keep track of what you do. So now what you do, the next row is your standard. You slip stitch to your next stitch, you chain your 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then you double crochet up to the point. Now this row will be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, because the last one was 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet. And that is this pattern. That's exactly how you do this. But in the valleys, like I said before, the only time you skip 2 and 2 is right after you do your single crochet row. Every other time when you're working after a double crochet row, you only skip 1 and 1 in the valley. So it's 1 and 1. And then I go over, and then I go back up. And then in the point, it's 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. And then you go back down. You skip 1 and 1, and then you go back up. And 4. And that is it. That's the repeat. So let me just see if I can go over this a little bit with you one more time. So you do 3 rows of your double crochet. Make sure you're rotating 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet, then it's 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. But you do 3 rows of them. 3 solid rows, 1, 2, 3. After your 3rd row, then you do the row of single crochet. Okay, like I showed you a little bit ago. Right after you do the rows of single crochet, the double crochet row after that is when you skip 2 and 2 in the valley, and it just keeps repeating that way. I really hope this helped you guys. I really took the time to make sure I tried to do this video in a color that you could see good. And I'm hoping this answers all your questions. My name is Ronnie. I work with Maggie and Lauren to bring you wonderful crochet tutorials. And here at Whip and Chain, it's always a work in progress. Thank you guys. Happy crocheting. Till next time.